Hello, my name is Nicole Quintana-Wolf, and I'm an entrepreneur, a healer, and a Teachable creator. Before entering the entrepreneurial space, I used to be a high school English teacher. I had gone through a really depthful part of my healing journey during the time that I was a teacher, because it was through that experience that I learned so much about myself, but especially as it relates to how to manage stress, how to navigate my own emotions, how to really increase my self-awareness, and to take observations that I'm making about myself to help me grow and elevate and expand into the next version of myself. And it was through using tools like breathwork, meditation, somatic healing that I saw such a transformation in my own life, and I wanted to share those tools with other people. Before I left the classroom in 2020, I was so brand new to the idea of owning an online business. I barely even knew what that meant. And I'll tell you, there have been some really, really challenging moments in this journey. I feel so done with this. Some of the ways that this has showed up for me is through imposter syndrome and just general doubting myself, lacking confidence in certain areas. It showed up as fear of visibility, fear of being on camera, of being seen, fear of being judged. All of these things that so many of us at our core do have. And it's not until you really step into this great unknown of being a creator and being a business owner that all of these things come to the surface. And you are given the opportunity to meet them with love and say, okay, let's do this. Let's work through this.
So, yay, I finished the outline. And I did the same thing. This would happen when I created curriculum or lesson plans as well, is that it starts like nice and organized and everything is clear, and then as it continues on, it just kind of turns into like messy gobbledygook. But it makes sense to me, which is the important part.
Let's heal so that we can expand and we can show up on camera and we can sell courses and feel confident about the information that we're sharing and the tools that we are offering people.
Built an entire forest behind me with all of Natalie's beautiful plants and a little sunflower that she got me. Hee hee. Yeah, I basically rearranged the room to make the studio, so.
The level of challenge that I have experienced is also directly proportionate to the level of success and expansion and just possibility that I never knew was available to me before. I made this TikTok that felt kind of uncomfortable to make because I was basing it on a very personal experience of my own, which is being stuck in a numbing pattern. And I remember checking later in the day and it had gotten basically no traction. And I just sat there for a minute and cried because my frustration had reached a peak. Why is nothing I'm doing working? And I just let it be. And 2 days later, I just checked TikTok on a whim and I noticed that I had 1,000 new followers, which was huge for me. And I'm seeing all these comments on this TikTok, and every time I refresh, it's like 100 new followers, 200 new followers, 300 new followers. This video was blowing up in real time and I'm watching it happen. So many people were commenting saying, wow, this is my life. I can relate to that. I see myself in this. How do I get out of it? I had clearly struck something. I had clearly tapped into something that so many other people were experiencing, and I had the tools. I knew how to get out of that numbing pattern and into a place of more heart-centered awareness and alignment.
So now I'm going to take this and create like a very cohesive, organized outline and break down like the timing of everything. But yay, I feel really good about this, and it actually didn't take me that long. I felt very in flow with it, so hooray! I'm just going to eat a little snack, take a few deep breaths, and then get back to it. Hee 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 hee.
I think there is nothing more gratifying and humbling and just such an honor to hear someone tell you that working with you changed their life. for the better. I wish that I could go back and tell my past self, you are exactly where you need to be right now. It was so often that I felt very impatient, that I felt like I was maybe doing something wrong. What I didn't realize then is that the experiences I had, especially in the first couple of years of being an entrepreneur, which at times were incredibly challenging, is that those were essential. Those were essential to get me to where I am now. I would just remind myself that you are where you need to be right now, even if you don't have all of the answers, even if you can't see the full picture of why that might be the case, just lean in and trust it, because in good time, you will look back and it will be crystal clear why things unfolded the way that they did.